Hello everyone and welcome to a new series I decided to make on this channel called Zbrush for Experimental Architecture. In this series, I'm going to show you how to create projects like this. I created almost 29 projects using this technique and workflow, and the program that I use is ZBrush. And this is just an introduction for the upcoming series. Now, to be honest, I really wanted to kill the channel after disappearing for 5 years, but then I changed my mind. So hopefully, you guys will really, benefit from this new series. I created these projects in my main channel, and I made almost 29 projects using this technique. Why 29, not 30? I was tired. I got tired. And then I was like, that's it. And I combined all of them in one book, and the book now is just available on my Amazon bookstore. So yeah, you can see a lot of these projects there. They're all, rendered and stuff like that. And yeah, the thing with this new experimental architecture is that I felt like I was very constrained with the architecture programs that this workflow helped me break free and feel more experimental when it comes to structures. Architecture programs, I mean, of course, they have to be very rigid and very, um, you know, strict because these are buildings basically and people live in these buildings. But I just wanted to do something where I felt like I'm not being, held back by the program itself. So I felt like ZBrush helped me a lot with that. And the thing is, I also used Keyshot for rendering and not V-Ray, so that also was something new. And the reason I used ZBrush was honestly very random. I was very bored with the architecture programs I already know, and I was like, I want to learn something new. And I chose ZBrush randomly, to be honest, but then it just sparked an idea, and I just realized that I can use it for whatever I want. And in this series, I'm going to show you my workflow and how I come up with these shapes. The thing with ZBrush, you can also 3D render this, so it's really cool. And no, not 3D render, sorry, you can 3D print it. So that's something also nice. And I'm going to be honest, the first time I learned ZBrush, I had no idea what I was doing because we're just going to open ZBrush. This is the interface of ZBrush, okay? So when you first open ZBrush, you will be overwhelmed. It took me, I think, 5 to 6 months to actually get used to the program. It's a really hard, maybe for me. I mean, honestly, I don't know, but like for me, it was very um hard to learn it and get used to it because everything was just different. It felt like it had its own language because usually 3D programs they have the same I don't know idea, but here it's just completely, I don't know. It was a bit overwhelming at the beginning, and I found it really hard to understand. But once I got the grip of it, and once I realized how to use it, I just went with it. So we're just gonna talk about ZBrush. The thing with ZBrush, people don't use it for architecture. They actually use it for character design and creating sculptures and stuff like that. So it's very highly detailed. Like if you wanna come up with details and stuff like that for creatures or shapes, usually this is what artists use. And yeah, but at some point while I was learning, I realized I can use it for architecture, and that's how I came up with my workflow. So hopefully, if anyone's interested in creating some of these experimental organic projects that I have, then you can, create something similar. So yeah, this is just the introduction for the upcoming series. I will explain first how to use ZBrush in general. It's like an overall tutorial and how to use ZBrush. And honestly, Keyshot, I don't know if I'm gonna explain it, but it's honestly it's not that hard to learn it, but I don't know. I can't make promises. I don't know if I'm gonna make any Keyshot rendering tutorials. There's a lot online, so that shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited for the upcoming tutorials. This is me just coming up with an introduction video and to show you guys what are we diving into. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one.